It's Check It Out!
In this week's Check It Out 12, Simon is maximising his real estate for his calendar.
Mike will show you where to go to find out what Google knows about you.
Catherine's going to show you a shortcut for Google Drive to have a file in multiple places with Shift-Z.
I don't have a Z key on my keyboard. And finally, Jeff will show you why Google Arts and Culture is not just for our arts teachers. Check it out!
Are you dreaming of doing a bit of hip-hop on a rustic bridge in a pretty village in England? Maybe taking a swim across a river in the South Island of New Zealand? Or simply ordering that perfect coffee? So to check out when I could do one of these amazing activities, I need to be able to maximize the view on my calendar. One of these ways is just simply come up to this one here, this button here. In this case, I've got week. You might have day, week, month, year. But I come here and I'm going to turn off the weekends for the moment. I can easily turn them back on. Immediately it stretches out and I can see in more detail some of the events. The other thing I can do is coming up to the top left-hand corner is just turn off the main menu for a while, and that also increases the real estate. Another one is to come up to the settings and density and color, and I can make it compact or I can make it responsive for your system. Sometimes you see an obvious difference here, sometimes not. In that case, not. So there you go. You can maximize your space with your calendars. And of course, the last thing I can do is actually turn off some of the calendars that I am viewing. And that will also give me a better idea of what times I am available to take up one of these great activities.
Google can be our friend.
Hey Mike, is it funguses or fungi?
Just Google it, Jeff. And sometimes a bit creepy.
Ugh, Mike, why am I getting all these ads for foot fungus on Google and YouTube?
Sorry about that. Well, so sometimes you gotta ask yourself, why is Google showing me all this stuff? While this isn't a definitive list of how Google tracks things, ad personalization is a simple way to discover what data is collected by Google. Google makes a lot of money from keeping track of what searches you make, often from when you Google something or when you search for a video on YouTube. But before we begin, it's important to note that Google doesn't do any ad personalization on your school account, as our school uses Google Workspace for Education, which doesn't do ad personalization. So, ad personalization works for Google best if you are signed into your own personal Gmail account. If you are signed into your own account, and this could be on your school laptop or on your own personal computer, click on your icon from Gmail and manage your Google account. From there, click on Data and Personalization. You can see here what settings you have turned on for Google to allow for better personalization. I have Web and App Activity, Location History, and YouTube History turned on. A little further down is Ad Personalization. This is the good stuff. If you go to Ad Settings, you can see how Google categorizes you when showing you targeted ads. You might be shocked to see what type of advertisements Google has lined up for you because of your age, gender, and previous searches. Looks like Google thinks I'm into audio equipment, autos and vehicles, baseball, and bars, clubs, and nightlife? Yikes. I don't want to see ads for that, so I can turn this off by clicking on it, then turn off. If you are not signed into a Google account, but are still getting what you think are ads that are personalized to you, you might want to clear your cookies. You can find out how to do that in Check It Out 6 with Simon. If you don't want Google doing any kind of ad personalization, all you have to do is click on the Ad Personalization is Off button. Turn it off, and you're good to go.
Do you have a folder, a Google Doc, a slide, or a sheet that you want to make sure is accessible in another place in Google Drive? All you have to do is a few clicks. So one way would be to highlight your item and click Command Z.
Z.
And that will take you right to the organizer where you can select the folder where you would like the link to be. Another way to do it would be to do your 2-finger right click and then select from the menu Add Shortcut to Drive. Once you have that shortcut, you can see it looks a little bit different, but it will give you quick access to the original file. If the folder or the quick link is deleted, the original file remains. And now you can have access to your important documents or slides or folders in multiple locations.
Yeah.
Simon, have you got any yogurt?
What do you want yogurt for, Jeff?
Because I need some more culture. With an Aussie, a New Zealander, a Canadian and an American in our tech office, we're always looking for that, shall we say, je ne sais quoi? Or, in Australian, ways to inject culture into our working environment. When I'm feeling a little low on culture, I usually head to Google Arts and Culture. Google Arts and Culture is a collection with over 2,000 cultural institutions, with a range of tools and experiences to inspire those teaching and learning online. Lo and behold, when I was there the other day looking for my cultural fix, I stumbled across Learn with Google Arts and Culture. Learn with Google Arts and Culture covers a broad range of themes, including history, music, literature, chemistry, biology, natural history, geography, and even computing, with plenty of interactive tools to help make learning more immersive, playful, and exciting. It has VR and AR experiences, games, videos, and heaps of cool stuff for everyone. A simple search of Poland, and I found VR museum tours and palace tours, museum collections, stories, galleries, and images. And the experiment section is a lot of fun. There are interactive crosswords, games, quizzes, color explorations. My favorite one is the machine learning music experiment. Very soon there'll be lots more added to Google Arts and Culture. Students will be able to create their own VR experiences, which is a great way to get students moving from consumption to creation. So, we recommend that you take a few minutes to explore Google Arts and Culture, and don't forget to check the Tips for Teachers section. Maybe, just maybe, we can all help the tech office get a little bit more cultured.